Hey, what's up everybody? Matt Moda here with OddsJam, here to give you some last minute bets to lock in for, Monday Night Football tonight. So I have 4 bets total. 2 of them I've already locked in. Both of them are still available. Both of them are really good bets. So I'm going to give you both of them as well. And then I have 2 bets that I have not locked in yet. 2 bets that I'm going to lock in on this video. 2 player props, 2 bets on the main lines. So let's get started. One bet that I have already locked in here that is still available that I still really like. We are looking at Curtis Samuel under 42.5 receiving yards. So this is minus 110 at Bet365. I locked it in, as you can see the check mark here. I already put a half of a unit on it. So for those of you at home, recommend putting a half unit on this one. So let's chat about it. The Novig odds that OddsJam calculates has this price at about minus 113. This number is pulled from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world using a weighted average. Those sharp sportsbooks have been back tested, confirmed to be very sharp. Now, we just basically use the sportsbooks to set the market and say, hey, you guys do the best job at pricing odds. What we're going to do is find out where we can beat those odds. That's how you'll be profitable in the long run. That's exactly what's being done here. Curtis Samuel under 42.5 receiving yards, minus 110 at Bet365. So Novig odds have it at minus 113. Minus 110 is what we got it at. There's your mathematical value. Another reason why I like this one is looking at, if you click into a play, looking at all of the different sports books and what they price it at. So BetMGM, kind of close, at minus 115. But other than that, Caesars, minus 139. DraftKings, minus 130. Pinnacle, minus 130. And if you open up this event page in a new tab, not only do we see where every sportsbook prices the 42.5, but we can also see where every sportsbook prices his total at in general. So this column here is BetOnline, which is a very sharp sportsbook as well. And as we can see, no sportsbook except for Prize Picks, and this one is Prize Picks right here, or Underdog, this one right here is Underdog. This is a wild price. So for those of you who use Underdog, take Curtis Samuel under 46.5 receiving yards. Wild price there. But every sportsbook prices Curtis Samuel's receiving yardage under the 42.5 amount. We see 41.5. WinBet, 41.5. Tipico, 41.5. BetOnline, very, very sharp sportsbook, 41.5. We also see PointsBet at 40. And then we see 39.5. FanDuel. This is BetRivers. This is FoxBet right here at 39.5. 3 full yards lower than what we got it at. Now, I know Curtis Samuel has somehow hit this in 3 straight games, but the last 2, he only had 3 receptions, and the Eagles have only given up over 200 passing yards once in their last 5 games. So I think he's going to get the Darius Slay. He's going to get the James Bradbury treatment. I think he's going to go under this number. First one, Curtis Samuel under 42.5. Next one, a bet that I haven't locked in yet. I actually really like the under in this game as well. Under 43 points. You can get this at plus 100 on BetMGM as well as Circa. So let me go ahead and lock this in. I'm going to lock this one in on BetMGM. I'm going to put half of a unit on this one. That bet has been locked in, so $50 on the under. So let's chat about this one. Novig odds price this at about minus 101. We got it at plus 100. There's your value. Another reason why I like it, again, look where the other sportsbooks price it. BetOnline favors the under. They have the under as the more likely scenario, as does Pinnacle. Under as the more likely scenario. So getting it at plus 100 means it's a 50-50 bet, right? If we win 50% of our bets at plus 100 odds, we will break even. But 2 of the sharper sportsbooks in the world say, hey, we actually think it's more likely to go under this number. So second bet, one that I just locked in here, Washington, the Commanders versus Eagles under 43 as my second bet. The third one, and we're going to go with one that I have already locked in here. We're looking at Jalen Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns. So looks like some of the odds shifted, and now the best odds on this are at minus 103 at BetRivers. It was minus 104, but now you can get it at BetRivers at minus 103. 2 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts, who's had a phenomenal season. Seems pretty easy. He hit this last week. He hit this the week before against the Steelers. He hit this the first time these 2 teams played each other. He just torched the Commanders. The Eagles' offense has been one of the best in the NFL. The Washington Commanders' run defense has actually been pretty good. Their pass defense has been very, very bad. So Jalen Hurts scoring, throwing for 2 touchdowns seems pretty easy. It's also, of course, mathematically profitable. Minus 103 at BetRivers. DraftKings, minus 120. BetOnline, minus 130. Pinnacle, minus 118. All of those, the sharp sportsbooks that we use for player props, DraftKings included, because they do a great job with player props, favor Jalen Hurts going over this total. Passing yardage, or passing touchdowns total, And we can get it best odds at minus 103 at BetRivers. So this is another bet that I've already locked in, as you can see by the check mark here, but still available. Still think it's a really good bet. So still going to recommend it. And the last one that I'm going to lock in here, give me the Eagles. This is an alternate spread on Circa, minus 9 at minus 130 odds. So I'm going to put 3/4 of a unit on this one, $75 on the Eagles minus 9. I like this one, getting it below that minus 10 number, because if the Eagles, they're up by 7, they kick a field goal to go up by 10, make it double digits. This spread bet hits. Any other spread bet, 10, 10.5, 11, either pushes or doesn't hit at all. So I think this one is a really good bet. Minus 130 on Circa. Look across the board. Look where these other sportsbooks price it. Minus 143, minus 150, minus 143, minus 150, minus 149, minus 140. The closest one is BetMGM at minus 140. So pretty good line here, getting this at minus 130 on Circa. And that's going to be it for my 4 last-minute props to lock in for Monday Night Football tonight. If you are tailing these bets, comment on the video and let me know. Other than that, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. Helps me out a ton. But that's all I got. So appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.